Hello and welcome back to another tool review, I guess. I've only done one of these before, and I've been meaning to get on top of a couple of others, but anyway, today we're taking a look at the Gundam Marker EX White. Now for those of you who are unaware, the original White Gundam Marker is notoriously bad. So much so that when they got around to making some new metallics, they also made a new white. As far as I remember, this is the only non-metallic in the EX line. That's how bad the old white is. Just quickly, I do want to point out it actually comes in a bag, unlike other Gundam markers which are just shrink-wrapped. I guess it's mostly just to give it that sort of premium quality, which, yeah, here's the thing, these EX ones are almost twice as much, so it better be premium. Now, I'm not just going to be talking about the marker, I actually have the real grade Stray, and as such, I'm actually going to be live testing this, I haven't used it yet, on the hands to make them color accurate with the posable hands. So I'm just going to do a little time lapse of at least some of the painting, and then I'll come back and we'll see how the marker does. Okay, this is just a thumb, and this is just the first coat, but it's looking very nice. I think a second coat is all this needs. Also, I do want to point out, this has a notably different smell to regular Gundam markers. Others have sort of a acidic smell. This is almost sweet. Alright, it's a couple days later, and I've moved over to the regular reviewing area, because I figure I might as well give the final result a slightly better chance of being able to actually see it on the camera. And I will say, considering this is red plastic, this looks really good. It did take a few coats, but it came out really well, honestly. I think it looks nice. The open hand's probably the best one to actually show it off with, because, you know, the fingers, a little bit annoying to actually get the paint in there, but I think it turned out pretty good. I do want to point out, I did do a gray wash on it, just to add a little bit of depth into it. I've also used this on the Musha Gundam, which was most likely last week's review, depending on when this video comes out. And I used it on the forehead piece that I painted yellow. I used it as sort of a primer underneath it, just so I didn't have to put on as much yellow paint. But yeah, it works really, really well as white paint, and it also works pretty good as a base. So honestly, I think it's worth the price. Considering it's like almost twice as much as a regular Gundam marker, it should be. But yeah, this is really good white paint. Only thing I will say is it is really, really high gloss. Which I know Gundam marker is glossy, but I've used the regular green and it's not as glossy as this. That's like a regular gloss, this is straight up high gloss. This is really, really shiny. Anyway, that's all for this review. Be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, helps a lot. Subscribe and hit the bell for future reviews. Go follow me on Twitter for updates. and consider supporting me on Patreon so I can keep making reviews just like this one. And as always, until next time, happy building.